Yeah, whatever. What's going on, Groovers? Before we go any further, if I have to cook another fucking thing on this piece of shit, I might never cook again. Goes from 60 degrees to 80 degrees and then to 120 and 140.
Where's the 100? Why can't you go to 100?
Yes, of course, I have the big whinger here. You could argue that I could just use that. It's not called the big whinger for no reason. It has to stay back there because it's too fucking loud. Induction is fucking fantastic shit when you get the hang of it. But there's just something about this fucking thing that I'm surprised anyone can fucking work out. That's it. Seeing as I've been feeling like getting out of the kitchen a little bit, I was like, oh, why don't I film myself going and finding a new induction cooker? That'll be easy, right? And I need to rego my car. Amazing content idea, right? Oh, wow. Car registration.
Oh, please tell me you filmed yourself getting it registered.
To say that it went well would... Fuck it, I'll just show you what happened.
Wish me luck. Ooh.
It's totally dead. Yeah, I don't know. Me, fucking with it. No, it says it's short circuiting. Reverse polarity. How the fuck does that work? Yeah, it's not the greatest start to the day having something fuck up already. I remember to take Jules' car, the responsible one. I think this was a mistake. I saw this thing online that said they had induction cookers, but it's a bit like the car battery. Maybe I just get a good one, you know? Instead of fucking a shit one that keeps pissing me off. Some would argue, Jules, that maybe we should have just taken your car in the first place and we would have been done with this and not gone to IKEA and parked in a spot that's directly in front of a concerningly pale hot dog. We might as well have lunch now. I've got a backup plan. So far, we've managed to do what's classically known as fuck all. Got the briefcase. So they tested the fucking battery, and when they tested it, the guy's like jaw hit the floor. He's like, and said the battery's full and working, but it's in reverse.
How does that even happen?
The polarities have fucking reversed themselves on the battery. I can't Flintstones it to the mechanics. I don't know. We're on a half an hour park.
Oh yeah? Big quick?
Here goes nothing. Slow down. Mission's fairly simple. Get in there, ask a grown-up, and then fuck off. And never use that other shit ever again. Ever. That didn't go well. I had two there that were massive. I don't want massive. I just want precise. Alright, there's another place down the road. Is this what vlogging is? Are we vloggers? I have fucking no idea where this place is or where the fuck I am. I'm so fucking confused. It's not looking good. I'm an idiot. I should have just called them and been like, do you have a showroom? It probably would have been like, nah, fuck it. Fuck it. What's one to do in this situation? Yeah, I mean, we could just check, see if anyone's got any tissues in the back of their Camry. No fucking way. That's within like 100 metres. I don't want this to be for nothing. So far, the bloke's got my battery. I've been told to use a thermometer. I can't find what I'm chasing, even though I've been to 1.5 shops. It's an induction warmer. That's 10 amp, we love that. I love warm. Stay in, you dickhead. Oh, fuck, just looked at the time. We've got like 20 minutes to get there. Woo, fuck! Fucking hell, almost didn't make it. Sorry, Tim, is the microphone. Just had to take a back seat to spontaneity. I think I've only gone and fucking solved the problem. Let's see if the fucking new one's shit. Don't be shit. Why didn't I get 100,000 subscribers, you know, play button thing? And then I looked it up and you've got to buy them. Fuck that. I'm going to turn that fucking piece of shit hot plate into a fucking play button. Looks fucking shit. Good. Good. Here it is. You better not be shit. After having done very little research, here's hoping. Righto, champions, let's get stuck into it. That's the stuff you'll need. Up there. If you don't like some of those things, that's fine. The usual routine, change stuff. If you don't like something in there, swap it out, you know, tip cordial in. I don't give a fuck. All right, first things first, get your oven to 200 centimeters flan forced. Bit of a tray, bit of fuck yeah. In the tray, I like putting sesame oil. I like sesame oil because it gets a little bit of it in the soup and it tastes fucking sick. Looks a bit rough, but it's good. Super simple. I'm just gonna chuck some thyme in there. Now for reasons of efficiency, I'm going to butterfly the chicken. Down the back of a chicken is a kind of spinal section. Kind of want to cut from here to here and then here to here. So there's a big kind of rectangle we want to get out of there. Oh, I want to get out of there. Let's do it. Scissors. Use ones dedicated to cooking and not, you know, cutting the sticky tape, because just, you know, give it a squash, drizzle the sesame oil, massage it in a little bit, crack of salt, into the oven for about 45 minutes or an hour. If you've got a meat thermometer, probe it into the thickest part of the chicken. When that's at 75 degrees Celsius, you're good. Righto, let's fucking sort the rest out. Damn it. There you go. The magic of cinema. Chop these up, chop these up, chop this up, peel and chop that up. Rip up. I like lots of ginger. You don't have to go for shitloads of ginger if you don't want to. I like doing this. I like cutting them into like thin little sticks. Lovely. It's Jules.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
There you go. It's nice. All right. It's time. All right, ding dong. Well, it just wouldn't be a whinger without a beep, would it? On. Okay. Okay, timer. Temperature. Temperature. Fuck, let's go. 60, 80. Yes! We got 100. I was hoping for a little bit more flexibility than that, but fuck it, whatever. I'm a sesame oil guts, mate. I'm gonna start with a bit of that. And then in with all this. There's no smoke coming out immediately, which is great. I don't have the third camera today because excuses. But you know, looks like that. What? Yeah, before any smart asses like, why don't you just use gas? It's like, mate, I'm renting. You can't just install a gas stove. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes until things start to get a little translucent. I don't understand why the fuck you would go from 80 to 120, 140, 160, but not 100, which is literally the fucking temperature of water boiling. No, could have not quite that. Oh, well, this is exciting. It's just turned itself off. Why have you done this, pray tell? Oh, we're back. Induction is good shit, it is. It's incredibly energy efficient, which is good. Because I don't know if you've seen the price of fucking power at the moment. It's good for the environment. It's kind of quiet, I'll give it that. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I get fucking scared at the shops. I'm just in a constant state of humming fear. I got too anxious when I went into the shop to ask too many questions. This is what you get for not bloody asking enough questions, Nat. I'm not a fucking review channel, but if I was, I'd say, yeah, look, you ask questions. Just ask people questions if you can. Don't make the mistakes that I'm making. Okay, yes, this is all. Hello. Nice to see ya. A little bit of caramelisation going on there. In with the chicken stock. And in, woo! In with the same amount of water. Water. Made a mess, that's gonna stain. Miso paste. It doesn't make it taste like miso soup because it's not, but it does give it a lovely umami flavour. Umami is a very popular word. It pretty much just means it tastes like chicken salt. Go on, put in a bit of time. All right, now you can boil, mate. Go bananas. One of the upcoming content things we're gonna do is go to Japan. We're doing that very soon. I'm gonna go and film some stuff. Any sick shit you reckon I should go and check out, just bung it below. That'd be lovely. Might be a good time to go and check the chicken. Now very carefully, we want to put the whole thing in there. In we go. If it looks like too much liquid's evaporated, you can just add more of it. Let the whole roasted chicken sit in there for 20 minutes, and then we'll pull it out, pull the chicken apart and throw it in there and eat it. You can't really call it chicken noodle soup unless there's fucking noodles in it. You noodle. Big Wenja, it's time. I like using egg noodles, but really just whatever you fucking like. They don't call you the fucking Big Wenja for nothing. There's a bunch of stuff that you can dress the soup with. I like a couple little slices of chili. One of these ding dongs, finely chopped, is very, very nice. And of course, your mate, coriander. I don't give a fluff. Out we come with the chicken. The fork's pretty good at dragging the skin off. I mean, you're welcome to put the skin in there. It's a bit... No, don't. With a couple of forks, you can just pull the chicken apart and bang it in here. Give it a little taste. It's good. That's what that whole performance was. Get your noodles in the bowl first. Now I've got to adjust the shot. We've got to have the shot. That is just beautiful food, that is, and you're just a beautiful champion. Get out of it. Look after yourself. It's fucking cold out there, depending where you are. Just remember, fuck that induction cooker. There you are. Feels weird without Jules laughing, isn't it? I mean, it's not funny.
I'm a Minecraft.
Hold on to your eardrums.